What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Miitz football live stream. Lots of games this weekend, so we have a lot to talk about. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. All I did was watch football this weekend with Mr. Gito, and there's literally no top 5 weekend kind of
Yeah. Just sit back, watch.
Sit back. Well, we did go to Brooklyn, which we never ever do. We went to check out some of the soccer bars out there, and then a little bit of soccer related shopping, and then
What'd you find?
well, we bought some turf shoes for myself because we're playing on Wednesday, playing pickup at the Adidas Brooklyn Bridge Park. If you guys want to come out.
Yeah.
And then she got the USA away jersey.
Cool.
Thankfully, not the home.
Was it a player's jersey or just like a?
Just
Yeah.
the fan one. And a lot of. We'll talk about the US game, but I have to make a confession during it. So
Yeah. Awesome.
I will definitely fill you in all those details. How was your weekend?
Brooklyn. I told my mom, I was like, if I were to stay in New York after the summer, I want to live in Brooklyn.
Interesting.
It might be I don't know. I think it was
It's not
really
a hot
cool.
take. It grows on you. For me, it's a little hard because I've spent 17 years in the west side of Manhattan.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Well, obviously, if I could, I would stay in this side, but I think that, it's a little cheaper there, right? And it's quiet.
It depends on where. It depends on where you are.
Okay.
We enjoyed it. It's the first time when we were like, look, I want to leave. You know that everybody knows that. But if we were to stay a little longer, I would be in Brooklyn, I think.
I went to Dumbo before to go to Lifetime there. And I liked it in Dumbo.
Nice.
It was just really windy.
Well, it was windy.
But that was situation, obviously, to one day.
It was not Dumbo, I assure you.
Yeah, it was probably everywhere.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's growing on me. But I'm glad you had. So before we jump into the football stuff, we promised the audience some either hot takes or reviews of your.
Well, I always have hot takes, so.
Is it your 4th week now?
Yes, I'm coming up in 2 days on a month of being here.
Okay.
So I think probably 3.5 weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, it feels like I live here now. I'm moving in. No, the weekend was good though. My friend from San Diego was here. Her aunt lives in Long Island, so she came for 2 days. We explored. We tried Emmett on Grove, if anyone knows what that is. It's really good. It's a different type of pizza, but I'll say it's one of the best pizzas I've had here.
Better than Papa John's?
No. Nothing is better than Papa John's. Unless you're in Italy, but even then, Italian pizza is amazing, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't hit the same as a midnight Papa John's. And then we had 7th Street Burger.
Okay,
which
so
was
those
really
are
good.
Smash burgers that went viral a few months ago, I think?
Yeah. It needs lettuce, though. I don't know why there's no lettuce on it.
It's a smash burger.
What's the difference?
Smash burgers are more like that. It's just kind of the ground beef made real quickly and then just mash it.
It's
a lot of cheese.
It's not a ton of ground beef.
No.
A lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese.
A lot of sauce.
It's like the Philly cheesesteak of burgers.
Yeah, it was really good. And then I had Blank Street, obviously.
We're back to Blank Street.
Back to Blank Street. I went away from it for a little bit, but my friend wanted to get a good coffee, and I don't know. I feel like it's the very typical touristy spot in New York, and I was trying to give her that experience. So.
Sure. Yeah, you did it for your friend.
Yeah. No, she was she didn't care wherever we went, but I was like, there's this really good place called Blank Street.
Did your friend Instagram it? Because you don't Instagram as much as I thought you would.
No.
What are you guys, Snapchat? Was there a third app that I've never heard about?
No, I don't know,
TikTok?
She posted stories because she wanted to go to the steps in the West Village, you know what I mean?
The Sex and the City?
Yeah. So we went there, and then I was taking photos of her. She posted those. But I don't know. I feel like I Instagram, but for some reason I haven't lately.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We do have some cool footage that we shot on the Miitz Instagram, at the Miitz. Go follow it.
Most of the content I shoot is on that Instagram, so.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, you got to go to the Instagram.
You have to go to the Instagram. It's good content.
Yeah.
I'm still sad that we didn't have the mic on for my interview in French.
We interviewed these French fans at the Queen's Fan Fest for 3 minutes, and it was the best interview ever, probably in the summer. And the mics weren't on, and that was probably.
It was in French.
fault.
I did it in French.
Yeah.
It was I sent it to my sister, who also kind of speaks a little bit French.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh my god, your pronunciation is so good." That just made my whole weekend.
That's awesome. Saturday we met people that are from Morocco, and I was trying to speak Spanish because one of the players spoke Spanish, and so does my friend. She's from Colombia. And they were like, stop. I was like, oh my God. I thought it was good too. It was so bad. I've taken Spanish for probably 8 years, and I'm still not good.
You need to, like, the way people learn English is when they come to this country, it's like you need to use the language to eat, to make money. The way I learned French was, I was 13 years old doing summer school abroad. And it was just a weird kind of like thing that happened that I ended up studying French, even though I barely just started learning English. But the school where we were at will not give you dinner or lunch or any food unless you ask for it in French.
That's good, though. It forces you to, like...
And also, I was 13 years old. Actually, I was talking about it with Erica this weekend. And it was a little town north of Paris. Verneuil-sur-Havre, it was called. And the school would let us come in and out, even though we're, like, literally, like... just turned 13.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And we'll go to this bar. And the owner will serve us liquor. But we had to speak French. We got so good at asking for...
That's crazy. Yeah, so you guys were drinking at like 13?
Yeah.
Wow.
Autant au roi it was called. Let me see if it still exists.
This might be niche and not what I should say on a podcast or live stream, but the only time that I would start drinking was like Pink Whitney.
What is that?
Do you know what that is?
No.
If anyone watching knows what that is, put in the chat. Maybe Diego does. It's like the worst alcohol ever. It's vodka lemonade, but it's... In that time is when TikTok started, and everyone would post about Pink Whitney. And it was just like, now you look back and you're like, it's disgusting.
No, I was 13, it was with a bunch of Mexicans out there, and we were playing football till like midnight, because the sunset in Northern Europe. And we're like in northern part of France, it was like later. And what we did was go to class and play football, and then I met this Venezuelan girl. It's the first girl that I really liked. Then we were like pen pals for like 6 months. So I realized, like, this makes no sense. Long distance.
13-year-old.
Yeah, I forget her name already, but it was pretty funny. Anyways, but we did go. They let us go out of the school. So they did tours. We did tours, like they would take us on a bus to like places.
Would you move back there?
Now? No.
Like to Europe? No.
It's not really for... I love visiting. Maybe when I'm like way older, but when I'm older, I want to be in Mexico. Yeah. I miss
But Mexico. You would never move to Spain?
So much. Look, guys, look at what I found. Look at what I found this weekend.
Explain to them what's on it.
It's a lot of history that's on it, because it's my flag that I've used for the 17 years that I'm here. So 4 World Cups, many Gold Cups. This one went to the Gold Cup when we beat the US. I think it was
awesome.
2009 maybe. We just moved here. I found that it was safe in the closet. Actually, Erica wanted to look for it because she knew I wanted it. And I just miss Mexico. I miss being around Mexico-born Mexicans. Talked about it the other time, right? Like it's a lot of like cool people here who are Mexican American.
But it's not the same.
But it's not the same. You saw it on Thursday. Yeah. There's like 3 of us like singing the national anthem top of our lungs, and a lot of the other people just didn't.
Eric and I were like, they're so passionate.
People just don't know it because they were not, raised there. And so, I'm going to Mexico on June 30th for the Mexico game, the round of 32 game. I'm not going to the stadium unless somebody wants to give me like $5,000 tickets. I'm too frugal to spend $5,000 on a soccer match ticket, but I'm going to Mexico City to watch the game with my people in Spanish.
And have the tacos.
Have the tacos, have the cervezas, hablar español todo el santo día, echar porras en español, cantar en español, gritar en español, llorar en español si perdemos. Anyways, I'm literally going for the day and coming back because I realized how much, like this, I've never felt the FOMO about my own culture like I have this week. So, yes.
It'll be good to go, experience it, meet new people.
You'll get to man the stream solo, maybe with Hunter. We'll have Hunter on tomorrow. Anyways, that is what I'm most excited about. Looking forward to knockout stage plus all the stuff that we have for Miitz football. Knockout stage, like we have some, I don't want to say surprises. People always think like free money, whatever. The game keeps going, and we're gonna have some really cool stuff for the knockout stage. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
But we're still in the middle of the second
Fantasy lineups.
match day. Yeah, we had some good results. Should we talk about the games first? There was a lot.
Yeah.
12 games this weekend?
Yeah, there was a lot of games.
I watched most of them. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I watched a lot of them, but the ones late, I honestly didn't because
it's too late.
my bedtime's at like 8 p.m. Sorry, guys. But I watched the highlights, obviously. I think the first game was Morocco-Scotland.
Yes, it was.
They won in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yes, was it Morocco or was it the U.S. first? Well, let's talk about Morocco first.
I don't know, because the US played at 3.
Yeah, because I went to the Standard Beer Garden, which I have comments about. Anyways, Morocco-Scotland. Morocco opened up with like a rocket.
Yeah.
They scored, and then that was the game.
And then they sat back and defended.
Yeah, which...
Honestly, though, it makes sense because I don't think that Scotland was going to win that game. As
Fair.
much as I like their fan base, and I know you love their fan base.
Who doesn't love their fan
Yeah.
base? They're like amazing.
Yeah, they are.
And yeah, I mean, it was the right thing, I think, for Morocco to hold back, right? Because I'm just putting up here the group standings after that game, and so that put Morocco in like second place.
They're in a good spot.
Yeah, because obviously that shock result against Brazil with the tie.
Yeah.
And now they're just in a really good spot to go and qualify to, they could potentially qualify in first place if they destroy Haiti.
Which I think
Would probably not happen, right? It's going to
Yeah.
be goal difference between the Brazil game and the Scotland game. But Morocco being in a solid second place is good for them.
totally.
What's going to be really interesting, Scotland is going to, if Scotland beats Brazil, they qualify higher ranked than Brazil.
They do.
Yes. So here's a question for you based on your, collegiate and international
Interesting. Yeah.
playing experience. Scotland, as you can see here, right? They're playing Brazil next.
Mm-hmm.
Morocco's playing Haiti. We can safely assume Morocco's going to beat Haiti by like 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah.
Brazil's got 4 points. Scotland's got 3 points. Whoever wins that game qualifies, let's say, above the other, right? And so, if you're Scotland, do you try to go for the tie and get 4 points, which would put you in a really good spot vis-a-vis the rest of the third places, so you qualify as one of the best third place teams into the knockout stage? Or do you just say, F it, YOLO, we're Scotland, and if we win Brazil, this will be like an incredible result, and you try to go for it? How would you approach this game?
I think that they're going to try to go for it.
Okay.
I think it's smarter for them to go for the tie, but at the same time, like, you can't guarantee a tie. So you might as well just put everything on the line and try to win. And Brazil has shown that they are beatable. They are not the team that necessarily people put on a pedestal. I don't want to say that, but Neymar's going to be back.
I mean, if he can walk.
If he can walk. But you know what? I don't know. Like, I think it could go either way, but I do think Scotland has that edge to them as people and as players, and I don't think that they would be complacent with a tie. Because at the end of the day, like, all these teams deserve to be there, and they all have talent. And, like, you're playing the World Cup. You're not just, like, it's not LSU soccer against Brazil. Like, I don't know.
But even so, you would try to win.
Yeah.
Right?
Because when you're an underdog,
when you play for Armenian national team, you guys didn't go out to, like, tie.
No. And, like, anyone's beatable on any given day.
As we've seen already in this World Cup.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, man, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. And then, the USNA. I gotta say, so I promised Erica that I would not cheer against the US. And I didn't.
Shout out Erica.
I did find myself cheering for the goals when they scored. I usually
awesome.
and I did stand up and clap. Like, it was exciting. It was good goals. The first one was an own goal.
But they set it up well.
Fun fact, the US is the first team ever in the World Cup history to benefit from back-to-back games with own goals.
Interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah. But they did show really good level. To your point the other week, they moved the ball real well. They're playing really good. Like, it's I don't want to say it's shocking, but it's a nice surprise.
I don't want to say that they aren't this, like, talented, but I do think they just have this energy to them as a team that is not what we've had in the past for the U.S.
How much of that is playing at home? You think about it, like, half the team doesn't even play in MLS, right? They all play abroad.
Yeah.
So they don't even
Most
play
of them
in the
play
US.
in Europe.
Yeah.
And a lot of them weren't born in Europe or
Right.
weren't born in the U.S.
So when I think about like Mexican players playing in Mexico, like a lot of our Mexican team, they do play in the Mexican league.
Yeah.
People might not know this, but it's like one of the highest paying leagues outside of like the big leagues in
It's
Europe.
not La Liga, right? Because that's a women's league.
No, La Liga, that's the name
It's
of it.
La
La Liga
Liga, okay.
MX.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
changed the name. The Mexican term, the Mexican local league pays really well.
Yeah. They actually, for women's like soccer, pay the best.
Yeah, we love football.
I'm like, let me go to Mexico.
Vámonos!
Vámonos.
And so Mexican players are used to playing in Mexico.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're an American, you don't really get to play for, in front of your family, your friends, your
Yeah.
college classmates, teammates, whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost feel like that's kind of like the magic sauce here with the U.S. team, that they're actually playing at home for probably the first time in their professional careers.
I could agree with that. And
Competitively,
they're not going to let these teams step on their own turf and beat them. Like, that's one of the things at LSU that my coaches would say. Like, you're not going to let a team come onto our field in Baton Rouge and, like, beat us. Like, that's just kind of humiliating. So I think that if the U.S. were to get killed on U.S. soil, it'd be like...
But it happened in the past. Right?
It has, yeah. But I think they're changing the narrative. And obviously we have talent. Like, the U.S. is a huge soccer country, even though people don't talk about it as much. The talent in the U.S. for women's and men's soccer is really good, I think.
I mean, obviously, right on the women's side, you guys are 4-time world champs.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know that. Listening to people talk about football right now, it's so funny. Somebody on our Spaces earlier was like, "Well, I think the soccer might be one of the biggest sports ever. I mean, across the globe." And I'm like, "Dude, it's like the biggest one by a land mile. Like, it's insane."
Yeah, our football friends at LSU, like, obviously, no disrespect to football players, but they do have these like crazy egos, and they're like talking about soccer, and we're like, no, like, it is the most watched sport in the world, and you guys are sitting here and you're telling us that like it doesn't matter, soccer doesn't matter, and it's not hard, and it's not competitive. I'm like, no, like, I will go to bat for this forever, because maybe women's soccer is not the same as men's, but that's just, it's fine, it's growing, and it's gonna be.
Yeah, one of the stats, we're talking about Vozinha. We'll talk about him again here in a second. The Cape Verde goalie that now has like 14 million followers.
Yeah.
And I think people were shocked to hear, like, he's got more Instagram followers than I think every NFL quarterback except maybe Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? So like all the big quarterbacks.
Just like that with Tom Brady. No, how does?
Well, all the big quarterbacks has got more active quarterbacks.
Okay.
And it's really funny to think about it, because then I saw a stat this morning. He's only the 5th most followed goalie in the world.
That's kind of crazy, though.
Goalies, which are not really like stars usually, right? Like,
but it's pretty niche, because the fact that you would think he's number one.
Right, because he's got like more than most NFL quarterbacks.
Has he followed more girls?
I don't know. I'm not creeping that hard on him, but
I'm gonna go look.
Football is huge, guys. I'm so glad you're here with us for this journey.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the U.S. Mrs. Sergito went to buy herself the jersey.
Yeah.
The away one, which I think is a little bit better than the World's Waldo one, but
yeah, the away one's nice. I like both.
Fair enough. It's your country. You should like everything.
Yeah.
And the U.S. clinches the group, and so we'll now move on to round 32. Can really just.
Where's that game?
Relax. So the round 32 game is going to be in the Bay Area, in San Francisco. Those tickets are from $700 to $5,000.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple guys that are from there, so that's cool. Homegrown.
That'll be awesome.
How much are the tickets?
They went from 700
to what?
To like 5,000.
I thought that they'd stay at 700, and then I'd be like, okay, that's fair. Like, I think I could.
No, it's insane.
I wouldn't pay that. I don't know, but like, I think if I were an adult that could, I would.
700, I would, but yeah, 5,000.
Yeah.
And then we went to see Brazil versus Haiti, which obviously Brazil won 3-0. It was a match that people on paper expected.
Yeah.
But it kind of wasn't.
Yeah.
Because Brazil scored 3 goals in the first half.
But then they kind of just didn't do much
second half. Second half. And so you look at Netherlands, we'll talk about right now. You look at England. You look at Spain, right? Obviously, they bounced back from that tie. You look at Argentina. Like, there are teams that can really have production throughout the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas Brazil, they didn't they didn't really score as many goals as they should have, especially after a weak performance versus Morocco.
They needed to come back like 6-0, the way that Canada beat.
Yes, exactly. Canada beat like 6-0, and then like Brazil also got this. We were just talking about the group standings, right? Like, they could qualify second instead, if Morocco really goes out there and
that would not look good on them.
It would not
because
look
you
good.
should not let Morocco. I mean, obviously Morocco's very talented, but like they're not Brazil. Brazil is like the leading World Cup champs.
Yeah, five stars. The only team in the world that's won 5, and it's Brazil. Like Brazil, it's synonym with football.
My whole TikTok For You page is Brazil edits, and it's like if anyone is on TikTok, they know it's the famous Brazil song that Neymar dances to. Da, da, da. And I can't even. I'll play it later.
I'll play it later.
I can't sing it. No one wants to hear that, but yeah.
My whole feed, I don't use TikTok, but Instagram and X are Endrick and Ancelotti memes. We talked about it last week. I'm not going to show my collection of them because there's so many of them, but this is one of my favorite ones. So it says Endrick. So for those of you who don't know, Endrick is a really talented young Brazilian player that should be playing, I think, more. And Ancelotti is the Brazilian coach who kind of like feels like refuses to put him in.
Yeah.
So here's Endrick saying, I want to go down the water slide. And then Ancelotti...
Is that a real video?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. At least he's laughing.
Well, what else can you do at that point in time?
What do you... this is not the point, but how do you get out?
I have no idea, but that's my favorite thing, like right now, like of all the memes.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Brazil, I still think, kind of like Mexico, putting in getting the results, but leaving a lot of open questions.
Yeah.
The Brazilians, just like the Mexicans, will party anyways, but I think the team's still coming up a little bit short.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it'll be a test for them against Scotland because Scotland's not Haiti in a sense where they're not going to like run through them for all. They might, but like, I don't know. I think it'll be a good test for them, and Scotland, if they win, I mean...
That'll be just epic.
Yeah.
Scotland, I think we might play them in the round of 32. By the way, guys, I know there's a lot of like early bracket, like knockout stage bracket predictions going around. Like, oh, the U.S. is playing Bosnia and Mexico. You
never know.
No, well, you don't understand. This year, like the FIFA bracket, actually, I'm going to pull up the annex. There's 450 different ways in which the knockout stage can happen. Kind of like end up. There's actually an annex in the rule book for the World Cup that we had to go through to build our bracket game for Miitz football, and it's gonna come down to like the last 2 matches because pretty much the way it works, right? It's like usually the World Cup's 32 teams. You get 16 that advance, so the top 2 from each group, easy. But this time around with 48 teams, you get the 16, that usually advance, and you still need 16 more. So since there's more groups, you get 8 from the rest of the groups, and then you get like top 12 third places. And so what you have there is a situation where depending on which group see their third place qualify, that's what the bracket is going to end up lining up to. So here I am pulling up for you guys. So this Annex C of World Cup regulation. For anybody that's like, oh, the US has a 42% chance of playing, like they don't know what they're talking about, is just clickbait. Like really is gonna come down to this. So really, for example, depending on which combination of groups qualified third place, that's who each of the first place of each group is going to play. So this is an algorithm pretty much. These are all the different options depending on the third places coming from which groups. So if it's groups A, B, D, E, J, F that qualify their third place, then the bracket's one way. There are some matchups that are like, first place in group A versus second place in group B, that those will be set per standard procedures. But the rest of the bracket, especially those that are facing third places, such as Mexico and the US that are qualifying first now of their groups, literally there's 495 different ways in which the bracket can end up. And as we just discussed, your Brazil might end up in third. Spain might end up in third. So there's a lot of different ways in which this is going to go. So it's way too early to call for brackets. And you guys can go and have Claude build you a little bracket projector using Annex C of the World Cup regulations. Again, this is what we had to code into our bracket for Miitz football. So this is just to say, like, it is way too early to be like, oh, the US is playing this team, Mexico's playing this team.
And like, not that it's an NCAA tournament is the same as a World Cup, obviously not. But like, for us, we'd always predict, we were going to play this winner of this conference, but it's never that. You never know. And FIFA could obviously just switch it up because they don't want us, I don't know.
Well, the rules are set, but
Okay.
it's more like the results can always switch things up.
Yeah.
All right, Paraguay and Turkey. Turkey, which was one of the dark horses, I think. People really expected them to do well. Have just probably one of the worst performing teams versus expectations. It's the second match in a row that Turkey takes 30 shots and scored none. Like, no goals. They've actually had 62 shots taken across their 2 games.
And it wasn't a situation where it's Cape Verde and the goalkeeper is just phenomenal, because then you just tip your hat and you're like, okay, I think that they should have executed at least 1 or 2, but I don't know, I feel bad. Obviously, the World Cup is not about empathy, but I think that it was sad to see like all
they're gone. They're eliminated.
Press, yeah.
Turkey's eliminated, taking the most number of shots across 2 World Cup games with 0 goals at 62. That's a record. That's not a good record to hold.
No.
Kosovo, which is the team that Turkey eliminated during the UEFA playoffs, they just retweeted, I think somebody posted like an article or like FIFA, like, hey, Turkey's eliminated from competition, and Kosovo retweeted, you all eliminate us for this?
Oh my gosh.
We also saw the first time of a player getting a red card for covering his mouth while talking to an opponent. And this is a rule that was set in FIFA, really in Europe, but there's still a lot of racism, where if you cover your mouth while you're saying something to an opponent, it's an automatic red card because
they can't justify what you said.
It's assumed that the only reason you're covering your mouth is because you really don't want people to see how much. Like, you can talk shit all the time, right? Like, people talk shit.
But own it and
But if you're covering your mouth because you're being extremely racist, probably, and so a Paraguayan player got a red card for that, Almiron. And yeah, this is actually a result of something that happened to Vini, to your boy from Brazil, in the Champions League a few months ago. So interesting. I think good for the ethical side of the sport.
I think so too. I think that's a good rule and it's fair, and don't cover your mouth.
Yeah, just don't cover.
Just don't do it.
Just be a man. Say it up front. Like, you guys can say, just say it, bro.
Because shit talking is part of the sport. It's part of every sport, and you can say whatever you want, but don't take it that far.
Yeah.
Obviously.
If you have to cover your mouth to say what you have to say, then you probably
shouldn't say it.
Shouldn't say it.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a very eventful match.
No.
Just goodbye, Turkey. Turkey. Good luck in 4 years.
Yeah.
They joined Haiti as the first 2 eliminated teams.
Yeah.
All right, now on for
Netherlands.
Tell us about this game.
I thought they were a powerhouse. I think that obviously I want them to win and I'm biased, but this performance just really set the tone for Netherlands. I think that they are in a good trajectory, that they're going to keep going up, and next game will be a test, but yeah.
I gotta say, first of all, I love how electric the orange uniforms look.
Yes, I was going to say that. When I was watching, it's literally just so bright.
So bright. We went to Soqueria in Brooklyn to watch it. It was just you have a huge screen and the yellow, the orange came up.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's a certain energy to it. But also the team so good. We just talked about Turkey taking 62 shots, not scoring 1 goal. Netherlands took 10 shots and scored 5 goals in this match.
Yeah.
That is incredibly efficient in a sport that's low scoring versus.
Yeah. And the way that they scored, it wasn't like it was just given to them. The second goal, he's sliding, got a toe on it, and it goes in the left corner. That you're putting everything on the line to score these goals. So I just think that as a team and as an offensive line, they're very gritty. They'll do anything to get a head, a toe, anything on the ball, and in most cases on a cross it goes in.
It was. I really enjoyed watching that match.
Yeah.
It sucks for Sweden. Mm-hmm. They had won their first match 5-1, which gave them a 4+ goal difference, and now they gave up 4 goal difference. They're back to flat.
Yeah.
Which again, this competition where third place stuff is going to come down to potentially goal differentials.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for them. But no, Netherlands absolutely domination. I don't think there was any doubts left after that performance. Which maybe there were after the tie versus Japan.
Yeah.
But no, they did look scary. They look really scary.
And this is how you bounce back after a tie that you didn't want. I think that Brazil could take a few notes from that.
Wow. There it
Not
is.
in a
The
mean
fighting
way.
Words, fighting
No.
words from Sophine.
When I was a kid, when Netherlands would play.
Kid, by the way.
I am a kid, but like when I was super young, like 10 maybe, my dad would get like donuts and like we'd have a big watch party, and every time they scored, we'd all get a donut, and that's like what I remember from it. So I would have gotten 5 if I were 10 still.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Let's see, what else did we do? Yes, so this was Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It was Germany versus Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Exciting game too.
Exciting.
Exciting because
I felt for Ivory Coast.
I
in
felt
that
for Ivory
last
Coast too.
minute.
Yeah. I was at Soqueria. They had a group of people from Ivory Coast there, and they were just celebrating the whole time.
Yeah. How'd they feel in the last minute?
You just have to feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Feel bad for them to give up you lose. They were up 1-0.
Yeah.
And then they were tied, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then the last minute score. I mean, shout out to Germany though for not giving up. I think a lot of other teams have, faced a lower expectation team. They're tied, and then kind of just it gets to their heads.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it yesterday with Uruguay and Cape Verde, for example. They couldn't really shoot the ball well, whereas Germany was just very efficient there at the end of the game and just like coming in and not just taking the tie but winning it.
Yeah.
I don't know that Germany has what it's gonna take, but it's definitely looking a lot better than some of those other European teams.
And they might not have what it takes to go super far in the tournament, but at least they're pulling off these last minute wins.
Yeah. Ivory Coast did have a 101 that they could have scored there like in the 90th minute. And I think their inexperience. I think that's really when you see really talented, experienced players versus like not. That's when it came across, and it was just like really, really just sad for them. But it is what it is. I mean, the group I think is still pretty competitive there. I'm gonna show it here.
Does Ivory Coast have a chance of?
They still have a chance because they beat Ecuador.
So if they tie or win the next game.
Here, let's talk about Ecuador, Curaçao, and then we can look at the groups.
Cool.
So that we can give you guys a full picture. Ecuador, Curaçao, 0-0. I mean, this was devastating for Ecuador, and just one of the just another Cinderella story in the World Cup for Curaçao, which you lose 7-1 to Germany in their opening game. You see all these other smaller nations, low expectation nations doing quite well, yet you're the one that gets demolished. And then you show up to a game versus Ecuador. You're playing as an away team pretty much because the whole stadium is full of Ecuadorians.
Yeah.
And then you put up a fight and it's a 0-0. How do you feel about that? Like, how would you feel about that?
I think it's just really disappointing because they kept the clean sheet. I mean,
for Ecuador or for Curaçao?
For Ecuador.
Okay.
They kept the clean sheet, but I do think they should have won that game. And it's just kind of like I don't know. You just kind of feel like this. You know what I mean?
Especially after you probably went in saying, okay, we got this, we're going to bounce back.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
And the way that Curaçao lost.
Yeah.
What was it?
7-1?
7-1. Like, obviously, their back line and goalkeeping, I'm not saying they're not good, but, like, they're not as experienced as these other teams. Like, you need to at least execute one goal.
Talking about the back line, the Curaçao goalie, I mean, he's not going to get the same type of, I think, attention that our boy from Cape Verde got after the first game. First, because the rival is smaller, right, versus, like, Spain. But he actually broke the record for most saves in the 90-minute World Cup match. So Team Howard from the U.S. has 16. But that includes overtime.
Yeah.
This dude, his name is Eloy Room. He had 15 saves in 90 minutes.
It's crazy.
The most in a 90-minute match in World Cup history.
And they're pretty strict about counting as saves.
Yes, as we've discussed.
I want to say he plays in the USL too, which is cool.
Yeah, I think he plays at MLS, Inter.
Really?
Let me see. Eloy Room.
Maybe it was a different keeper that played in the USL.
Oh, no. He does play in the USL.
I know
it's Miami FC.
Yeah. Which is... he plays with one of my friends. But, no, I think it's awesome because he's, like, not even in the MLS, you know? Like, and he's playing the World Cup and having a performance of his life.
USL, guys, is, like, Division 2 soccer, right?
D2. Like, it's women's and men's have the same... And I will say, though, it's very hard to get into the MLS, especially, is he international? Yeah, right?
I mean, he's from Curaçao.
But he could have been, like...
Yeah, the double nationality.
Yeah. I think that from the friends I know that play men's soccer, if you're not part of like the 1-2 international spot on a team, it's very hard to get in on MLS. And I think you need a green card.
Okay.
Or a visa or something like that because it's very hard.
But I mean, USL is just, if you're ranking leagues around the world, it will be, what, maybe top 75? If that.
Yeah, I would.
Like, you would think the Championship, which is the English, second tier league, is much better than USL.
Yeah, I would say so.
So, good for him. You're not our goalies.
Yeah.
You're much better goalie than I ever was.
No, but the goalies' performances.
It's a World Cup of goalie histories. It makes me so happy.
And it puts a lot of respect into the goalkeeping.
In the position, yeah.
Because I do think that people that don't know soccer are like, oh, okay, like you just stand there. You don't even do much. And I'm like, yeah, right, okay. Why don't you go play goalie then?
Exactly. Get a ball kicked at you.
Yeah. We used to do PK shootouts with the football team. And, I mean, they could kick it hard, but like the goalkeeping, like it's something you learn. You don't just go in there and start diving.
It's technique. It's just
mental
courage, mental strength. The technique stuff I think is some of the most interesting things, and people don't really understand. How you approach a goal. Again, it's not just stopping it; it's like stopping it, but making sure it doesn't go like right in the middle of the box again. It's a lot.
There's a lot of little things that go into goalkeeping, and you have to be kind of perfect. If you're not perfect, well, the ball's in the goal. That's what the coaches would always tell me. A save's a save, but if you don't save it, well, probably shouldn't be playing.
They feed you to the crocodiles in Baton Rouge.
Oh yeah,
that's what I heard.
Yeah. We would eat alligator. And have crawfish. Every game we had a crawfish boil after. Have you had a crawfish before?
Yeah.
It's actually good.
A long time.
But the last time we had it, I was like,
no?
I don't know. I wasn't feeling it that day. It was very fishy.
Now you're all like the Hamptons.
No, my gosh, no. I'm like $1 slice pizza vibes.
Papa John's. How much is a Papa John slice?
Okay, it's kind of expensive compared to like...
Because it's so good, right?
It's true.
Pay for what you get.
Yeah. No.
Or you get for what you pay for. Whatever.
It's probably frozen and not thawed or whatever. But I think it's like $13 for a medium pizza. Isn't bad.
It's not bad.
In New York, you can get $1 slices.
We should do a Papa John's lunch one day.
We should do Papa John's, Domino's.
Papa John's.
And then we could like compare.
Deal.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't have to beg me to do that. I will love to do that.
Anybody wants to come to the office to participate, please do. We're here in Nomad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just come over and we can. It's a little messy with all the boxes of all the products, but we'll bring your own chair.
Yeah.
Bring your own chair. All right, let's look at Group E, which is the group that we just discussed. Germany qualified already with 6 points. Then Ivory Coast has 3 points because they beat Ecuador. And then both Ecuador and obviously Ecuador disappointed here and Curaçao. But Curaçao still has a shot.
Yeah.
Because what you're going to get is Curaçao. I mean, they would have to beat Germany.
Yeah.
But, they would have to beat
Ivory Coast.
Yeah. Which is not as far-fetched.
No. And the fact that Ecuador tied.
And Ecuador would probably lose to Germany, right? So if Curaçao beats Ivory Coast, they qualify in second place.
But if they don't, then Ecuador will qualify for third, possibly.
If Curaçao, I don't think any third place teams in the World Cup with 1 point is going to qualify. So if Curaçao loses to Ivory Coast, they're eliminated, in my opinion.
Okay.
What I'm saying here is that we have a circumstance where literally it's not even depending on other results. If Curaçao beats Ivory Coast, they're through to the knockout stage. That's a fact.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome and insane.
Yeah. And there's definitely a chance.
There's definitely a chance.
That'll be a fun game to watch because there'll be a lot of grit from both ends.
So match day 3, all the games, so you guys know, we'll talk about the schedule when we get closer to it. But given that the result of the other match in that group has an implication on your standing, the matches are actually played at the same time, so that people can there's no like information advantage. Yeah. And all the matches, for teams that have qualified, they're gonna probably just be like resting starters and like checking out young players. But the other half of the matches are gonna be win or go home.
Yeah.
And then you have like Curaçao with a shot to qualify second in their group. Like, talk about a bracket buster.
Yeah. If Ivory Coast wins, Germany they're not gonna lose. But like they did lose.
So Germany's qualified already. If Ivory Coast wins, they would qualify second. I don't think they're gonna put up 6 goals on Germany. And yeah, neither Ecuador nor Curaçao would have a shot.
Yeah.
But also like Ecuador, I know we're like kind of like discounting them here a little bit, and obviously they haven't had the performance, but Ecuador has their future in their hands. If they beat Germany, they will most likely go through as one of the third places.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, or depending on if Curaçao and Ivory Coast. So a lot of action still here, and a lot of interesting action given the teams that are involved.
For sure. And then we had a lot of interesting games. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we
Japan.
had the Japan midnight game
yeah.
that probably nobody watched. I don't even have it in my notes here. Oh, yeah, here we go. 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
Japan, Tunisia.
I think, is Tunisia eliminated?
Yes, they are. They've lost back-to-back games by 4 goals in the World Cup. They are donezo.
And they haven't scored, right?
They have not scored.
Yeah. I think this was a expected result.
I think so too. And again, we spoke about Japan being my personal dark horse pick. The draw with Netherlands, I think, showed how good they can be, given how we saw the Netherlands destroy Sweden. I think, it stays a dark horse for me because it was a midnight game and nobody probably watched, especially after watching like 17 hours of football already.
Yeah,
and this is a really good performance.
Totally.
Really good performance. They scored both first half, second half, so they didn't give up after going up to nothing at the half.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that Japan scored 4 goals in their World Cup history.
So they're sitting...
So Japan is sitting second just because of the goal differential.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're actually probably... So here's the group things for this group. So Netherlands is in first with Japan. I think Netherlands probably has 1 less yellow card.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're in first place.
Okay.
And then Sweden's in third place. So Tunisia is eliminated. But Japan playing Sweden will determine the second place of the group.
This could be an upset.
Well, which way is the upset? Because there's only 1 point difference, right? And
I just think that Sweden is not as strong as a team. So an upset in my soccer opinion.
So what result would you call an upset?
If Sweden beat Japan 1-0.
Okay. So Sweden beats Japan, and we're assuming Netherlands beats Tunisia. So Sweden goes through as a second place, and Japan, with 4 points, will most likely qualify as a third spot, which I don't think Sweden beats Japan. But even Sweden losing to Japan, all they have to not lose by a lot.
Then
because with 3 points, the tie will probably see them go through as a third place. Because remember, this World Cup is very generous. So
it's a pretty strong bracket too.
8 out of the 12 third places qualify.
Yeah.
So I think if you have 3 points, you're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. So interesting. Let's see what else we got. Then on Sunday. Now definitely on Sunday.
Yeah.
La Roja, Spain bounce back, dominating performance.
Yamal.
Lamine starter, which was not the case in the prior game.
Yeah.
I don't think he was the difference maker.
Yeah.
He was really, really good. He scored the first goal.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Oyarzabal, the guy who scored 2 of the other goals.
Mm-hmm.
Oyarzabal, who scored 2 goals, that I think was really the star of the game.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that Lamine, he has the firecracker energy, but I wouldn't say that he's the foundation of why they won. I think that he got on the end of that cross, which was awesome and really exciting for Spain. It kind of started the scoring, but I wouldn't say that.
And he's really good, right? He's 18 years old and he's a superstar.
Yeah.
But I do want to give credit to Oyarzabal for being the difference maker, I think.
And I think that people talk about Lamine more, but he is, like you said, the difference maker.
I know we don't have Diego on the stream because there's no commentary on the Barcelona
What is
player.
Diego up to?
Barcelona also had not had anybody from their club score in the World Cup, and obviously that changed with Yamal scoring there. 4-0, Saudi Arabia looked, very in disarray. I think they had a coaching change very last minute going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
You could just tell
why do they have a coaching change?
No. Their back 5 looked terrible. I mean, the back left, the dude was so lost in the first 2 goals. Completely lost his mark.
Yeah.
it's hard. Like you compare that performance to like Cape Verde versus Spain, where like the defense was fully in tune.
Yeah.
You can't play a superpower and just like
lose. They're gonna score on you if you do
yeah.
that. Like these are the type of mistakes that you just can't have.
Yeah.
Maybe in club, but not in the World Cup.
Not in the World Cup. Yeah. All right. You want to talk about? I think this was one of those like shocking games.
Yeah.
Iran and Belgium tying 0-0. Belgium, another one of those dark horse picks for people, and tying Iran. Like,
yeah. I think Iran is a more solid lower. I don't want to say lower team, but like lower team in the World Cup. But what would you say? I mean, their goalkeeper had a great performance too.
Their goalkeeper was.
Who would you rank? How would you rank the goalkeeper performances? Okay, you have 5. So obviously Cape Verde is number 1, but
you gotta give Cape Verde number 1. Like that was insane. Then I do think that the Curaçao goalie was 15 saves they're so, to your point, like they're so strict on calling what a save that they were probably like 30 like conventional saves.
Yeah.
So I will give him that. And then this Iranian goalie, he was impressive. He had a similar save as to the one that Mexico had.
Yeah.
Like he just, I put it as a meme out there, like straight up Hormuz memes. So good. So good. It was just, again, as a goalie, it makes me so happy to watch such performances in the World Cup.
And there's been, like we said, great goalkeeping, but also great last-ditch effort defending. Like the Mexico goal line clearance. Tunisia had a goal line clearance. The ball was going like this. He swipes around and clears it. Like, I don't even know how you do that. It's just out of my mind. I feel like if I tried to do that, it would just go straight in the goal and everyone would be like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and Iran had a few of those.
Yeah.
I think some controversy, the red card that Belgium got probably put them, at a disadvantage. But still, it's a World Cup. Iran has not played in their home country in 5 years, given all the issues. You feel bad for them, right? But even they're staying in Mexico, they gotta fly in for the games, and they gotta fly back. Like they have a disadvantage, and you as Belgium, one of the top European teams, not being able to capitalize on it, not a good look.
No.
Not a good look. Good for Iran. Iran now has 2 points?
Yeah.
Which is, we'll talk about their group here after we talk about the rest of the matches, but they have a shot at making it to the next round.
Yeah. Which I would be happy for them.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, what was the other game?
Uruguay, Cape Verde. I think for me, it was the match of the day. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy that, at least this is my personal experience, I didn't know where or what Cape Verde was.
I love it.
Prior to we started doing the work for the World Cup, let's call it this year. And I was cheering for them yesterday, almost like they were Mexico. Like I was just so excited every save. The goalie did make some mistakes, like some pretty bad mistakes this time around, which we knew was going to happen, right? He's always not the best goalie in the world because he will be playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona or Arsenal, whatever, right? Like he's not the best goalie in the world. He had an insane performance, but he's obviously at a different level. And
I said this word a lot, but he's just very gritty. He's gritty.
But you saw like the technique problems come through yesterday, but still it was insane to watch them go up 1-0. I was yelling. I was like, and Erica too were like,
Were you guys in Brooklyn at this point?
No. This was back in the apartment. Yeah. So
were your dogs scared?
No, they're used to it.
Probably.
Sneakers likes watching sports with me.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. And Nike just goes to bed.
Yeah. Those are iconic dog names, by the way. Sneakers and Nike.
Yeah.
Respect.
And then Uruguay ties. And then right before the half, they go up. And it's like, okay, this is the way things should be.
Yeah.
And then, boom. Cape Verde ties in.
93rd. No, not 93rd. 61.
No, 61. And they held on for dear life for 30 minutes again. And it's insane because Spain is a former World Cup champion.
Yeah.
And Cape Verde title. Uruguay, former 2-time champion. Even though they have 4 stars on the shirt, which I disagree with. And we can talk about that at some other point.
Saturday's football, you saw that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have 4 stars because they won the 2 Olympic gold medals for soccer before the World Cup was started. Mexico won a World Cup, an Olympic gold medal too. We don't put a star on our jersey. Anyways, Cape Verde has tied both of the Both of the two of the former World Cup champs, which is insane. Insane. And not only that, but they put Uruguay on the ropes when it comes to making it out of the group stage. So let's take a look at Group H, which has Spain with 4 points, Uruguay with 2, Cape Verde with 2, and South Africa with 1. By the way, nobody's eliminated yet in this group. Nobody's qualified yet in this group. Why? Because Spain is playing Uruguay this week, and Cape Verde is playing Saudi Arabia this week. What does that mean? That means that if Uruguay pulls off the upset, Uruguay has to win to make sure they make it. They have to win. If they beat Spain, right, that puts Uruguay with 5 points, Spain with 4. But if Cape Verde beats Saudi Arabia by more goals than Uruguay beats Spain with, so let's say Uruguay beats Spain 1-0, and Cape Verde beats Saudi Arabia 2-0. Cape Verde qualifies as first of Group H, and then it would be Uruguay and then Spain. Now Spain with a third place, Spain with 4 points makes it to the knockout stage. With 4 points, you will as a third.
The fact that they'd be in third is crazy.
No, what's crazier, Spain in third place or Cape Verde in first?
Cape Verde in first, I would say. I think it's equally crazy, but like, just for Cape Verde's sake, yeah, them in first.
What will be sad will be Cape Verde losing to Saudi Arabia. That will probably put them on fourth.
I don't see that happening. But you never know.
You never know. But this group is literally wide open, which you would have never... When I was making my bracket, again, for fantasy football, for Miitz football, I mean, I looked at this group and it's an easy Spain, Uruguay,
I almost would say like they got an easy group, you know?
Yeah, it's an easy group.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's like insanity.
Crazy.
I am trying to buy a Cape Verde jersey. I don't know where they're like bar.
Capelli, I think. Capelli.
I love their spirit. I love their goalie. It's amazing. And the fact that Uruguay might get knocked out, like that's also kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Super, super interesting stuff that I would have never imagined, honestly. All right, so we're almost done. We have one more game yesterday.
Yep, Egypt and New Zealand.
Again, the midnight game that nobody watched.
Yeah.
But Mo Salah, which is one of like the superstars of the world, obviously the Egyptian striker, he had a goal, he had an assist.
He was on fire.
Yes, they scored 3 times in the second half.
Yeah.
They're at top of Group G, and this was also their first ever World Cup group stage win.
That's awesome.
It was actually their first ever World Cup win.
But they qualified quite a bit, right?
To the World Cup, yes, but they had never won a match.
Okay.
It's their first time qualifying. So
they're pretty strong this year.
Yeah. So Mo Salah, who by the way is has a gold chase variant in Miitz football collectibles. Here's this guy right here who's going up on the shoulders. He went out to the streets and celebrated.
That's
with
awesome.
The fan base.
And where was
Vancouver.
this?
That's
in
right
Vancouver.
Here in Vancouver. After the game, this is incredible. And again,
I love that.
He's one of the players that has a gold chase variant in Miitz football. You guys should try to get it. I think it's awesome. But yeah, how crazy, how
That's
cool
the team speaker. I just know it.
That's amazing.
We used to have the JBL speaker like that, and on the weekends we would take it, obviously, because we would have like team parties. And our coaches the next Monday would be like, where's the speaker? And my house was the one that everyone came to. I'm like, oh my gosh. I forgot it every single Monday. And we would have it for warm-ups, and I got in trouble every time. I never learned my lesson. But yeah.
I would have not put you as the party hostess.
Well, I was just the one that was like overseeing, making sure the younger girls are fine.
Oh my God. The mom. Were you a team mom?
No. I mean, I just was like the team host. I like to host things. So I'd always like, me and my roommate would make out like tons of snacks and like everyone would come over. We'd have like themes. We would do, I forget what it's called. Oh, hot seat. Where we'd have one person on the seat and just like ask them 30 questions.
Amazing.
Make them uncomfortable.
Amazing. All right, Group G, real quick at the standings before we go look at the matches today, because we're an hour in, we haven't gotten to the matches today. Yeah. Egypt, as we said, first place. They are not yet qualified. Again, it's one of those groups with like a funky 4-2-2-1. Mm-hmm. Iran solidly here in second place over Belgium. Belgium obviously They had that red card against Iran, which is a tiebreaker. Takes points away from you on discipline. And so Iran is second place of Group G, and if Iran beat Egypt, right? They're playing next.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Because New Zealand played Egypt.
Last game.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Are we sure? I need to make sure of this because I don't know. Let me see. Anyways, it's still wide open. Completely wide open. And what are the next matches? Pulling up right here. So Iran, New Zealand was the first match. So Iran is now playing, they're going to play Egypt. So we were right. Where are we? Where's this? Here we go. So Iran is playing Egypt. Pretty much whoever wins will potentially win. So if Egypt wins, they're definitely first place in the group. If Iran wins, it's going to come down to goal differentials if Belgium beats New Zealand. So a lot of ways in which this can go. So that's what I was saying earlier. It's very, very early to know what the knockout stage bracket is going to look like, because you have, New Zealand could also pull off the upset.
Yeah.
And qualify over Belgium. So there's a lot of things happening here in this group. So keep an eye out for, again, teams that you probably would have not cared for, but are going to have a huge impact on the bracket.
Totally. Given
the way things work. And with that, we move on to today's matches.
First match, obviously, Argentina, Austria. Austria is unbeaten, but it's Argentina. And Messi's so good. And what did they say? I saw a stat. If he scores this game, he'll be the all-time top scorer for the World Cup.
Yes.
Which is probably making Ronaldo tremble in his boots, but
Ronaldo needs to retire. He's
just too competitive with Messi.
Well, but he's not good enough.
Yeah.
If you look at Spain's playing through Lamine, Messi's playing through Argentina. Every one of the teams
France,
are playing.
Mbappe.
Yeah, they're playing through their best players.
Yeah.
Cristiano is not the best player in Portugal.
Yeah, he's just the most known. And he's historically, obviously, very good.
But he's not the best player. And so, trying to play through not your best player is not ideal.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Argentina, though. Argentina and Austria, they play, in 90 minutes. Polymarket here via Miitz Football has them as 69% favorites to Austria with 11%. Important to note, Austria are undefeated in their last 6 matches.
So even if they're not Argentina level talent, they still know how to find a way to get a point, and they might. At which point the draw here is priced at 21%, which I don't know. I'm with you though. Argentina's Argentina, Messi's Messi, and it's even if they don't, they have so much depth. They know how to find the net. Yeah. Messi will score if he's given no space, no time. He's gonna find a way. A free kick, he'll find a way. Next match today at 5 p.m. here in New York. Is it here in New York? No, it's not here in New York. Norway, Senegal's in New York, right? Right. But France versus Iraq. This is probably going to be very lopsided. You see it here in the poly market with France having 91% odds of winning this game. Iraq has a 3% odds of winning this game, and the draw is 8%, which I think this is fairly priced across the board. Yeah. There's no way. This insane group of French forwards. This is one of the things where you're smaller teams have drawn versus big teams. None of the big teams that have drawn have the forward lineup that France has. Olise, Mbappe, all these guys that are just incredible in their own right. Yeah. Coming at you, there's no way. No. There's no way this doesn't end France's way. Yeah, exactly. And on to the next game. I saw this really funny TikTok, and it was there's no way that I'm having I don't know what it was exactly, but it was photos of Holland chasing these players, and the players are half his size, and he's neck down, terrifying. It's terrifying. Yeah. I'm if I'm the one that has to go up against Holland, I'm just take the ball. Just take it. I don't want to have to compete with you right now. Yeah, no, Norway, they beat Iraq 4-1, which means, kind of tying it back to the French game, France needs to beat Iraq by more than 3 goals. And keep a clean sheet. Yeah, just to make sure that they have, if they end up tying with Norway in the last game of the group, that they can qualify in first. But Norway looks good. Their fans out in full force yesterday. I saw them all over. I saw this group of 4 little
Norwegian kids, like
Wow.
boys, 8 years old. They were running around shirtless with biking horns on Fifth Avenue, and they were just screaming stuff in Norwegian. Their parents were laughing, everybody was laughing, and
This
then
is wild.
they all went to Times Square. We wanted to go, but they were like, eh. It was packed. It was incredibly packed, and they were doing their Viking row. Another thing that happened is before this, since it was the summer solstice, there was this group yoga class in Times Square, like right at the feet of this.
Yeah.
Which was wrapping up as these people were getting ready to do their like cheers. And so there's videos out there that you can find of like all the Norwegian fans.
Yeah.
So the yogis were doing like, you know, like poses. And like, for example, there's a video where like the yogis are like opening their arm and everybody's going, ah, from the Norway fan. It's really, really funny.
That's hilarious.
But this is Norway. They've taken over New York, all of Midtown last night.
Out of all the jerseys I've seen from the World Cup, I do think I've seen a lot of Norway. Even on days that they don't play.
Because they're red too, right? It stands out so much more.
Yeah, and in Little Italy, there's a lot of people, because my sister lives there. And so I've just been like in that area a ton. And there's a ton of people that go and sit and watch the games at these restaurants because they have like the big TVs. It's underrated if you're looking for somewhere to watch it. Because there's not a lot of people that know about it, I don't think. And there's like 10 TVs in each place. And there's a lot of Norway fans the other day.
Cheering for Norway, but it will not be easy for them. Senegal, one of those dark horse teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
You were just talking about our boy Haaland, which is the Norwegian striker who literally looks like
Only
Viking.
eats fish, he says.
He was out when they played in Miami in the first game. He was out like at Club Space listening to one of the famous DJs. But anyways,
Oh my gosh.
he scored in 17 of his last 20 international caps for Norway. Obviously, he scored in the last game here.
Yeah.
But as you can see here from the poly market, it's not like, you know, lopsided.
Mm-hmm.
Norway 45% odds, but then the draw is 28% and the away is 28%, away being Senegal. Because Senegal is a good team.
They're solid, yeah.
They are a really, really good team, I think.
If Norway doesn't show up with their best foot forward, I think that Senegal could 100% beat them.
Right, and you can't, you know, obviously France is probably going to win the World Cup. Senegal lost 3-1 to France, which is valid.
Or Netherlands. They might win the World Cup.
This is their game to bounce back if you're Senegal. This is the game to secure your future if you're Senegal. Obviously, you're looking forward to going versus Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, if you tie or win this one and you beat Iraq, you're through. So it's going to be a great game. I'm really excited to watch it. And yeah, hopefully, you know, obviously it's going to rain here in New York tonight, which could be a factor.
What percent, do you know?
Pretty high, I know, because Erica was, you know, it was getting in her way of whatever thing she's doing tonight for her like training. So
Yeah.
I know it's pretty high, but yeah, it's it could be a factor. It's gonna be funny when they still have their stupid hydration break.
I know. You could literally just drink the water coming from the sky.
All right, and then last match of the day today is going to be one that I'm sorry, but I don't really care for either of these teams.
Yeah.
Jordan versus Algeria.
It's just gonna be basically who gets eliminated, right?
Well, I think neither look good. Algeria look, you know, okay-ish, even though they got destroyed by Argentina. Algeria is the favorite here with 64%.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we have any Miitz from there cheering for you guys, I hope you have a good match, but I really don't have a lot. Don't really know the teams that well, and just hoping for them to all have a fun time. They both have 0 points. The goal difference is -2 for Jordan, -3 for Algeria. This is just a group that, you know, depending what happens with Argentina and Austria, you know,
Depends third place, but I don't see that their third place would.
well, it depends on how many points they get.
Yeah.
So if whoever wins this game will get 3 points, and if Austria loses to Argentina, then I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's funny how those like late night matches have not really felt that relevant.
Yeah.
But it's not like they planned them that way. It
No.
just so happened with the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
So a lot of really good matches.
Exciting.
A lot of really
I'm
good
excited.
matches.
What match are you most excited for today?
Norway.
Okay.
Because Argentina is Argentina.
Yeah. I'm excited for France. I like to watch them play.
All right, fair enough.
And I love Mbappe.
All right, so let's look here real quick at the Miitz Fantasy Football, because we had a lot of matches this weekend. And
Shout out to number 2. It's a great lineup.
the Genzo, I don't know how to say it. Somebody's been trading a lot with our treasury. We appreciate all the trades. We love doing the trades. But Elton Henderson here in first place with a lineup of Spain defense. Spain obviously won, and they did not let goals in. So they got the 6 points on defense. Then Netherlands midfield. Netherlands obviously won, so they got 5 points on midfield. And then the lucky, I would have never fielded a Canada forward, especially when you can trade with the treasury.
The way that this played out was class.
Like, I would love to, Elton, if you're watching, like, why did you field a Canada forward? By the way, like, I would have traded my Canada forward with the Mikel treasury for, like, a France,
Me too,
Germany.
but I think...
But he put Canada, and Canada put up 24 points in
24.
And that made him clear of, the second place that has not only Netherlands.
Yeah.
They had a really good performance. But if you have 3 of the same team, you get a 20% boost. And our boy, Elton Henderson, still beating them.
Elton knows ball.
Elton knows well. And so, yeah, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, all Netherlands. 5th place, Caveman, who pulled a Miitz, an OG Miitz from the Mint this weekend. We just sent it to him this morning. Congrats to you, Caveman.
Congrats.
There's still, 19 Miitz left in the pool, including 2 picks. So go mint those football collectibles. Try for the Miitz. If you don't like your pools, sell them back to us. There's a collection offer out there.
Yeah.
Happy to buy those back from you guys. We have inventory for trades. We will burn a lot of that supply at some point the next week or so. So we're still keeping it alive for people that want to, people have been trading us for like, not just like the stars, but like random people are completing teams, completing sets. We love to see that. But a Caveman here, full Spain lineup. I think it was it's a good lineup. He put up 32 points.
Yeah.
But this Canada forward is being the big difference for Elton. Let's see. Yeah, so 43 points were the winners of match day 1, which were all offered 0.33 ether or a Miitz, and they all took a Miitz.
And all Germany.
All Germany, because obviously Germany put up 7 points. But I think this is probably going to be, this could be it. It's 34 points from Elton. Obviously a lot of football to play still. A lot of football to play.
But he could hold the number 1.
I think so. Let's see. Well, we would have to check who hasn't played. Should we look at the worst one so far?
Yeah.
Let's see who's at the very bottom over here. So we have 13 pages of results. Active Donuts and Scotty J again. Active Donuts here with a negative 12. And Scotty J. Oh, we have a lot of negative 12s. So we have Brandon. Shout out to Brandon.
Shout out, Brandon.
From the Panini Collectors group. He had Qatar. Oh, well, Portugal hasn't played. And Norway hasn't played. So that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
So all of these have...
But the last one, they've all played.
Oh, they all played. So Active Donuts here is probably going to be our worst performers with the Qatar. Oh, Qatar hasn't played? Did they? No. Oh, yeah, they lost. They gave up. That's why they have negative 12. Yeah, they lost. Qatar lost. They gave up goals. Australia obviously lost to the US. The Socceroos, I still love that name. And then Ecuador did not score.
Yeah.
So Active Donuts here, actively with the donut. It's more than a donut. It's a negative 12. Negative 12.
Negative 12 donuts.
So, yeah, that's...
But we have the match day 3 lineups that are
that's
due
a good
in 2
reminder.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, so remember, guys, match days are different games. So you got to go in there and submit your lineups for match day 3.
By 1:30.
Those close in 2 days, which is Wednesday.
Yeah.
And 3 hours. Yeah, so like just call it noon.
Okay.
Just so you guys, give yourself some. Just
But
put them in right now.
Just
put them right now.
this is the most exciting time of the World Cup, especially the intergroup stages. People are getting eliminated and teams are coming to the rise. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot. We already have 93. We had 300 and something for each match day. So yeah, go and put in your lineups right there. Go and win some collectibles. We appreciate the support. I think they're beautiful. Then we have some cool burn opportunities coming up.
Yes.
For the knockout stage. But wow, that was a lot of football.
Lot. But now that we're in the week, we'll be able to go into more games.
So what are we looking forward this week outside of another slate of awesome matches? What do you got planned? Let's see, coffee, Pilates.
Okay, well, that's the thing. I'm out of my Pilates memberships, and I'm debating, like, do I spend a hefty penny on just doing, like, a month membership for Solid Core? Like, should I just do it? I'm trying to get people to say yes. My sister's like, that's such a waste. And honestly, it probably is, but it's just fun. It's fun for me. But no, okay, coffee. I've been trying to just wait until like the afternoon to have my coffee.
Okay.
Instead of having like right when I wake up, because I think that, I don't know, I have ADHD and I'm very like, so I mean I'm drinking this, but we'll just ignore it.
Celsius.
And we got an espresso machine, so we have to open that.
We gotta get mugs for it.
Mugs.
We have a lot of panini packs that we have not opened.
Yeah.
Should we do that? Maybe we'll do that on the knockout stage when there's not like a lot of games every day.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll race to complete our albums because you got one, I got one.
Mm-hmm. We both have albums.
We also have a lot of like different trading cards. Obviously, a lot of Miitz football cards left that will be given away IRL at events and stuff. I'll bring some down to Mexico with me now that I'm going to the.
You should just check a bag with, like, filled with them.
I will. I'm just bringing to my peoples down there in Mexico. But yeah, wow, what an exciting time! So like it's just so awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Incredible. Some of the best football I've ever watched.
I know.
I kept saying like Champions League is, highest class football. I think this World Cup has really been up there so far.
I agree.
Which
And
I'm shocked because, a lot of teams that are like filler teams, in my mind going into it, I was completely wrong. It's an incredible
anyone
time.
can beat anyone, and talent is talent. I think
Great
that's what it's
goalies.
shown. Great goalies.
Great goaltending. Great goaltending.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's been a good hour.
Yeah.
We'll leave you guys to go on with your Monday. But see you tomorrow, same time. We'll have Bojangle guy stepping in for you. You'll be off.
Yeah.
Off tomorrow.
I'll miss you guys.
But I expect you to come back with some good stories.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then let's go rip some Miitz football collectibles, everybody.
Submit your lineups.
Oh yeah, do that too. Bye.